Now recording. No recording. No recording.
Mo, I think I almost died at Charlie's cheesesteaks yesterday.
How the fuck does one die at a Charlie cheesesteak?
so, um, I genuinely don't know what this was. This might have been like one of the scariest experiences of my life. It only lasted like 2 minutes, but it was a very scary 2 minutes. I've been into this weed seltzer lately. I'll get it on my days off, and it's a pretty good high. But sometimes I'll get two of them if I'm looking to really have a party. And then yesterday I got two of them. I was walking around town, fucking around. I got food somewhere previously, I think. I don't think that was the first time I had eaten in my travels. Oh, well, I guess. I don't know. But the point is, I went to fucking Charlie's Cheesesteaks after fucking around in the mall for a while and fucking walking around town. I went to the Charlie's cheesesteaks and I ordered a big old cheesesteak and some loaded fries and some chicken tenders because I'm a giant fat guy. And so,
God damn. That's a
and,
that's a bunch even for me. And
and
I
so
would
and some and a big old honking glass of mango lemonade, which might have been
oh
the
dude
problem. I'm
sick.
thinking this might have been blood sugar related. I'm thinking that lemonade might have been part of the problem because I had like a
Really?
big Starbucks drink a couple hours prior. I had like a mango Arizona, so I'd had a lot of sugar, and then I had this mango lemon. Because I'm trying to think of what the fuck possibly caused this. It couldn't have just been being high, because I've drank two of these in a day before and not had something like this happen. But I'm
I'm
sitting at the
thinking
Charlie.
that it's probably because you drank two potent weed drinks.
Yeah, but I've done that before. It's not like this is the first time I've ever done that. I was totally fine, but then this time I was eating my Charlie's cheesesteaks, and suddenly I had this like episode where my vision started going blurry and I started sweating like a lot.
Riley, buddy, I think you need to go to the hospital and get a checkup, man.
But I'm fine. But
No, 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 you're not fine. You're not absolutely not fine. If your vision suddenly went blurry and you started sweating,
but it was
you
only
might have
for a
had a little
second.
system shut down.
But it was only for a second.
I don't know, man. I think you need to check out like a doctor. Like doctor, hey, so I was at Cheesy Charlie's eating a cheesesteak or
Cheesy
whatever the fuck you
Charlie's.
were at. And all of a sudden, I done goofed. I drank too much. I went to the well too much, man. Yeah, man, that you might need to go see a doctor.
Perhaps, but I won't though.
Sounds like the
It
beanies kicked in, man.
could have been. Could have been. But now I'm totally fine. Everything's cool.
Why did you elect to have my avatar and the thumbnail for the latest MoCast episode? Why is he smiling like a fucking freak and crying?
Because it's the laugh emoji, Mo. It's the mouth and the teardrops from the laugh emoji. You're
It
laughing.
looks okay. All right, all right, all right, all right. I will accept it, I guess.
You're laughing at my suffering from this fucking bitch old lady who was just yelling right as we started recording.
Goddamn. Oh boy.
Which you might be confused, but don't worry, I'm just bad at my job. It may seem strange that we're talking about the MoCast that just came out and it's the one before the last one, but it happens sometimes.
It do be like that sometimes, Mr. Riley.
We would have lost two whole MoCasts that were already recorded if I had died at that Charlie's cheesesteaks.
God damn. Well, don't
but we
die
got
at
one
a
of them
fucking
out.
Charlie. Please don't die at Charlie cheesesteaks, please, because you have. I don't have any of the information for the MoCast YouTube channel.
You're
You
right.
have
The
that.
show just dies at that point. I am the keeper of the MoCast. It dies with me. It's a dead man's switch.
You fucking suck. You're giving me all the information before we leave today, just in case.
Man, I was so concerned they were gonna like kick me out of the Charlie's cheesesteaks.
Why?
Just because I had been sitting there for a long time and then suddenly I'm all like fucking sweaty. They're like, they probably think I'm like a fucking homeless guy. They're gonna kick me out of here.
God damn. Excuse us, sir. Can you please have like your attack
Can you
somewhere
go
else,
die some
please?
Jesus Christ. We don't want to fill out that paperwork. We're minimum wage employees at Charlie's Cheesesteaks. We don't want to see you die.
All right, all right. Let's go ahead and start this show, huh?
Let's do it.
All right. A one, a two, a skiddly diddly do. Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome to the MoCast. I am your host, Mo Diggity. And joining me today is my wacky little co-host who just may choose to just up and die at your local cheesy Charlie cheesesteak factory thing. Say what's up to Riley. What's up, Riley?
The Cheesy Charlie's is such a better name.
Ah,
Somebody needs to
cheesy
make that real.
Charlie. Uh,
Hey,
all
everybody,
right.
it's me, Cheesy Charlie. Whoa.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and come in real hot here.
All right, let's
Uh,
hear it.
I think that we should extend the death penalty to people who, when they're at a buffet, right,
Okay.
who put corn on top of mashed potatoes. Okay, and this is disgusting. All right, first off,
No,
corn.
I feel like that's mostly normal. I think
No,
mashed
no, no,
potatoes and
no,
corn mix
no.
pretty well.
To the guillotines with you, to the
If you listen,
gallows.
if you have to do some consolidation to fit more buffet food on your plate, I could think of a lot worse foods to combine
Just don't get
than
the
corn and
corn.
mashed potatoes.
Just don't get the corn.
Sometimes you be wanting corn. Look, fucking
Why?
that's half a shepherd's pie, dog. You just need some
God.
fucking hamburg and some fucking gravy.
Look, like one thing that I'll never understand about America, right, is how KFC managed to get lightning in a bottle, right? With that fucking gross I'm a single guy and I'm about to hang myself fucking meal with that the potatoes and the
The
sweet
famous bowl?
corn.
You're not
Yeah,
into
yeah,
the
I
famous
don't get it.
bowl?
I don't get it. I do not understand it. I think it's gross and like just
What
some
about shepherd's
foods.
pie, Mo?
No, 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 no
What the
corn.
fuck?
Like
Shepherd's pie is like my favorite thing on the planet.
just no corn and in the mashed potatoes, okay? You just don't have to get a fucking just gross, all right? There's some single foods like there's some foods that if you eat them in public, everyone kind of knows around you that you're super duper depressed and like you just don't have to bring your gross vibe out to everyone. Like, go to your apartment and eat your corn and mashed potato combo plate by your fucking self, so I can eat my civilized, not depressed fatty food or something.
That's
You know, just
insane. This is
I
all
just
insane what you're saying.
no no
Fucking
no
madman.
no. I'm just like
Shepherd's
no.
pie is God's gift to the world, okay? I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that it's not.
No, someone was like, "Hey, I'm going to put a gun up to my head, but first, let me go ahead and just combine all the food on my plate into one mash." Like, dude, no.
It's like
Okay,
a
just no.
lasagna, but like American. You gotta put a
That's
layer
fucking
of
disgusting.
you put like a
No.
layer you put a layer of beef, and then you put a fucking layer of corn, and then you put the mashed potatoes, you put some gravy.
You
Maybe
could
you
just eat
cook the beef in some gravy too. Get the
or
gravy situation
yeah,
going.
all of that is delicious by itself, but you don't have to have the corn, with it. You
The
could just
corn adds
elect
something to it. The corn adds something to it. Part of the
you
thing.
you could just elect to have, just to not fucking eat the corn, because corn's disgusting. Corn is in practically everything. You don't have to eat corn, and you don't really digest it very well, and it's in your shit, and it's fucking gross. Like, whenever I eat corn, when I take a dump, like several hours afterwards, and I do see it, I feel like there's something wrong with me, man. Like, it's just
Oh
corn
my
is just gross.
god. Fucking oh, it
Like, there's so
scares
much.
me. Seeing corn in my shit. Fucking grow up over here.
No, fuck off, man. It's just gross. All right, it's nasty. Okay, I just think it's nasty. All right, enough of my hot takes here. Riley, have
Yeah,
you
what's up?
seen the new Mario movie yet?
No, I haven't even seen the other Mario movie yet.
I thought you went to. I thought you did that weird thing where you like wait till like the theater is packed with children and went by yourself and went to go see it.
No, that was for Sonic the Hedgehog 3, not Mario.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, because it seems that a ton of people went to go see it, and they fucking hate it.
Yeah, it seems like the reviews are coming in and they're not so hot, which is
Yeah.
unfortunate.
I mean, it looks exactly the same formula as, like, the first one. I don't think there really should have been a Mario Brothers animated movie, to be honest. I just don't
I mean,
I ain't
people liked the first one. The first one seemed pretty harmless, but the problem is it made so much money, and now they're gonna make 100 sequels, and the sequels are all gonna suck shit. Is the problem?
Yeah, you know what? If they were gonna make it, like, because I watched it, of course, because my fucking niece and nephews, of course, wanted to go watch it, and like we watched it on TV because fuck going to a theater for it. Uh, it was okay. It was pretty good. I don't know if it would be like the childhood defining movie that say like Stand by Me or like Never Ending Story or even Dark Crystal would be, but it's pretty okay. I just don't understand. Like, I don't understand why Hollywood just can't capture the fucking magic anymore. Like, let me ask you something. Can you name me like I just named like three childhood defining movies. Can you name me three childhood defining movies, Riley?
Three childhood defining movies.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hmm, that's a good one. That's an interesting one. I'm trying to think.
I'm just trying to see something here.
I mean, for me, I'm like a little fucking nerd was who all of my fucking childhood movies were passed down from my sister who grew up in the 90s. So like it was probably like I'm trying to think of what the third one is. I know two of them are uh Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie and Pokemon the first movie. I'm trying to think of what the third one would be. Hmm. Jimmy Neutron maybe? I watched that one a lot as a kid. I had that one on DVD. Those are probably the top 3 movies of my childhood. Yeah, that's probably right.
Okay, I
Mighty
accept that.
Morphin Power Rangers the movie, Pokemon the first movie, and Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius.
Okay, okay, okay. I guess I can get that right there. I know that my two brothers and sister would probably say roughly the same thing, at least with Jimmy Neutron. Because they all love the shit. Because I guess I just don't get it. I was too old for Jimmy Neutron when Jimmy Neutron came out, and I just wasn't really feeling it at that time. Not to say it was bad. I just wasn't into because I was picking up on gimmicks and all that, and I was like, "Oh, okay, this is bad 3D 3D animation. I'm just so not into it because it also like it's weird to me. Like and this is also in the time where uh the uh the Duracell fucking cowboys and the family like commercials were happening.
I remember
And
you fucking showing me the Duracell Cowboys on this show,
yeah,
but I
yeah,
had no
yeah.
fucking idea what you were talking about.
Yeah. It's kind of awesome in a way. Like I don't I would hate to live in a world without the Duracell family and the Cowboys and all that junk. But still, I guess it like made it click in my head that hey, some shit is just a little gimmicky, and I'm guessing that's why Jimmy Neutron at that time didn't really click for me, you know, because I was an early teenager at that time, or maybe it was a middle of the road teen at that time, but it still was kind of funny, you know. But yeah. I forgot where I was even going with this.
Jimmy
Um,
Neutron still holds the trophy for best television crossover ever in history, and you can't convince me otherwise. There's no, there has never been a
oh, Fairly Odd
crossover in
Parents.
all of the time of television that was better than the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour, baby.
Alright. I think one of the coolest things ever was when when Nickelodeon was hitting, they were fucking hitting so well. Because I was in an era, like, when I was in my early 20s, I was thinking, "Alright, well, I guess Nickelodeon's never gonna hit again. I guess I'll just stop." And then one time, me and my buddy just got high, and we were channel surfing, and, we, uh, we fucking hit we hit the Nickelodeon channel and fucking Fairly Odd Parents were playing. And dude, we must have binge watched the
Such a great
fuck.
show.
Oh,
Such an
it's such an
awesome
awesome
show.
show. It's good and I think it holds up. But like I'm not like a huge like uber nerd about it. Like when did Fairly Odd Parents die for you? It's like, dude, I'll get
The
high
dog.
and watch
It was the dog. The dog is where it died.
like, I'll get high as shit these days, and I'll binge watch fucking SpongeBob. I'll binge watch the fuck out of Fairly Odd Parents. What's another one sort of like from that time that was like really, really good to just laugh your ass off?
There are good shows that are good, but I feel like those are the only two that like ran for as long. Like there was like, let's see, what were the good shows back then? Well, it's not. I guess it's more. It's for combined action and comedy reasons rather than just comedy. But Danny Phantom, obviously, very good show. What else was on Nickelodeon? LT Gray, pretty good.
Oh, you know what? Fucking who's what's it's Mucha Lucha.
That
That
was
was really
Cartoon
good.
Network, I think. But yeah, that show
Oh,
was good.
okay. Yeah, that was pretty good. I liked that well enough. That was really fun. That was a fun show, and I love the fact that how it was like low key, really influential on how to get people that they it got people sort of into luchador wrestling, and I thought that was really really cool.
Man, another good Cartoon Network show from that time that really like it's so funny how this show used to be. This was Cartoon Network SpongeBob for a long time, and now they like barely address its existence ever. Fucking Ben 10. That was their fucking cash cow for like 10 years. Haha, Ben 10, 10 years. And and now it's like it barely exists. It's so funny to look at like Cartoon Network material now, like crossover material, where like every once in a while there'll be like a little bit of Ben 10. But if you look at Cartoon Network crossover material from like 15 years ago, it's like Ben 10 everywhere. Like the biggest example recently was somebody archived this old Cartoon Network Flash game that I liked as a kid and reposted it. It was called
Hmm.
TKO. And it was like a fighting game where it was all the Cartoon Network characters, but they were robots and you would fight each other. And like fucking half of the roster is aliens from Ben 10. And
Oh
it's like
God,
I miss this. I miss when Ben 10 was king.
I actually kind of miss when people would just say copyright infringement. fuck off, and they would make, like, a fighting game, and it would have, like, 20 fucking, like, Obi-Wan Kenobi would just be in there for, like, absolutely no
That
reason.
was Mugen. That was everybody making custom games through Mugen or doing everybody versus everybody, which was the big Mugen game. That was my
Yeah.
fucking childhood. I've barely played like fucking 20 minutes of Mugen, but when I was a kid, I would watch like hours of it on YouTube.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the shit out of all that, and I miss the Newgrounds era. Now it's just like, I don't know, man. Like Newgrounds, it just ain't the same, and it's kind
It's
of
cool they
weird.
post porn there. It's great.
Yeah, that's all. But yeah, I can get porn literally anywhere else, and I don't know. It's like, hey, I was jacking off to Newgrounds. Like, ew, weird.
Sometimes you want some cartoon stuff, and all the best animators are still over there on Newgrounds making it work.
Uh, I just I don't need porn on Newgrounds. What I want is just like the old school days where they were where it's just like a billion fucking little ego raptors and junk like that, tons of like, you know, Lyle McRaths and shit or Lyle McDouchebag at that time. I miss those days, man. I really do.
I mean, those people are still holding it down. They're still out there
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
things.
yeah. They're still around. I just wish that was my new grounds I still had because like it was kind of crazy. Like we all were enjoying new grounds, and all of a sudden we uh we went and chilled and grew up a little bit, and no one asked for this, but it fucking just went away. I'm
And then
like, what
every
the
every
fuck
famous
happened?
person from Newgrounds started Let's Play channels, and then those were much more profitable, so they stopped doing Newgrounds.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how like you just miss shit out of the blue, and how you just figured that it would be like around forever, but like you blinked and it's just gone, you know. And I think it fucks to be sometimes. I don't like that.
That's how I felt when Sean left the Dick Show.
Well, yeah, I think that's something else,
What do you
but
mean?
oh, they're probably there's of course like a million other things to the story. He's probably just sick of it, and Sean just wanted to go out gracefully. He was probably just tired of it.
Where is this coming from?
Oh, I just think that's just usually how I think like things go. Like okay, like hey, Opie and Anthony fucking broke up. Well, gee, I wonder why? Because whatever, this and that, or maybe that's a terrible example because I think it's pretty obvious, like
Yeah, that
what
one,
why.
the gears were falling off of that one while they were still on the air for a good couple of years. So,
Uh,
but yeah, it seems like there is some like underlying stuff there. It's the kind of thing where like slowly but surely like trickle down. Dick has said things about Sean where you can kind of piece together like, yeah, seems like Sean maybe had a problem with the content of the show for the past couple of years and doesn't really want to be associated with it anymore.
no, I don't think that at all. I think he's got a way thicker skin than that. It was probably like, well, they've known each other for fucking so long, so I think they were probably arguing or something backstage because that's like his oldest friend. So it's not like Sean's going to be like, any like Vito or anything. Okay, Dick. He's not going to cuck to Dick. He's probably going to like stand his own ground.
Man, Vito at this point, like, as much as I like the biggest problem in the universe, and it will be a net positive for me if it continues forever. As someone who still sort of likes Vito, I feel like I would clap and cheer if he quit at this point because it's almost embarrassing what he's willing to put up with.
Well, just
Because
Jesus, man.
Dick is really doing that bit that like girls do when they feel too bad about breaking up with a guy and they just start being the worst in every way possible hoping that the guy will break up with them. That is what Dick is doing to Vito right now.
No,
And Vito is just taking it.
man, I think it's like 30% of it, and like the other 70% percent's fucking Vito. And I'll tell you why. Because Vito can stop being such a fucking little fucking bitch,
But he
a
kind of
little baby back
has.
bitch. No, like no, I think it's 30% dick. I think it's a little bit whatever. I guess it's cool that you're here or whatever. You know. Uh but no, like Vito like keeps going to the biggest problem Discord. Yeah, he acts like a bitch
No, you look,
about it.
I
No,
think
he does. Like recently, he was fucking going. Why is this show not funny anymore? Brr, 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 brr,
okay,
brr.
that's stupid. I didn't see that. But
No, he's just being a blubbering fucking vagina.
the
It's
recent
just fucking sad.
the recent mini veto war, the recent veto conflict, was I'm on Vito's side, kind of. It's like I do have a genuine like I don't know why you would care though, but like I kind of get it. Where at this point Vito's just kind of sick because now, first of all, it's stupid that he has to go through a guy to talk about the show. Like that's annoying. He
Because
should
he
just
would
be
like
able to
fucking like.
email Dick.
No, I'll tell you why. Because fucking because fucking Vito would constantly fucking call Dick like he's his goddamn girlfriend, and just like, I just want to call and talk, like a fucking woman. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'm not saying he
obviously,
has to let Vito call him again, but like they should be able to have an email exchange about scheduling a podcast. I think it's silly to have to go through a third party for that. And then that third party independently decided I'm now going to post all of Vito's emails publicly. And Vito had a problem with that, which like that's where I'm a little bit like, okay, so they can see you planning bonus episodes. Who gives a fuck? But like at this point, it's just he's being put through the ringer. Like I feel like I'm imagining myself in Vito's shoes, and I'm like, Dick is like not giving him anything. I don't know how you even do a show under those conditions, where it's like there's just nothing. They just didn't do a show for 2 weeks, like it didn't matter. Dick just blew Vito off 2 weeks in a row.
that's really funny.
He's going through this whole fucking public email debacle. And then they come back and Dick gives the guy who was fucking around with Vito's emails an employee of the month plaque.
That's fucking great. That's
like,
awesome.
like at this point, Vito's entire existence to Dick is just like one big meme. And I feel like Vito should just have the self respect to walk away at this point.
Uh,
He should have hung
uh,
up. He should have after he was done with the blackface bit. He should have just said, "That's the biggest problem in the universe. I quit," and hung up. That would have been great. That would have been perfect.
I suppose so. Yeah, like Vito has to kind of work really hard though in order for me to be on his side for like just about anything though these days. Like he just, I don't know. Like it's not like I haven't gave the old bastard like a good shot. I think we all have really, but God, like, dude, I'm I'm pissed about Super Killer, and I'm pissed about like just like I largely blame the decline of biggest problem on him because god damn man they were fucking like ripping it up, and then Vito just started acting like a fucking chode. And yeah,
It was Vito's fault for a long time, but I feel like they could be in a much better spot if Dick was willing to compromise even a little, which I get why he's not. He's done with it. He dealt with Maddox. He doesn't want to deal with Maddox again. But like Vito is when you compare him to Maddox and how his interactions with Maddox were described, Vito's fairly low maintenance compared to Maddox. Like
no, he is
just give
not,
him a
man. Like,
little bit.
no, I hard disagree with that, man. This is like a lot more shit. Like even with the lawsuit it factored in, This is like so much more. This is like 4 this is
No,
like
that's
on
ridiculous.
nah,
That's
this is like on
ridiculous.
nah, this is like, Maddox number 4. We're on number 4 Maddox at this point, just with Vito alone. So I guess he would be 2, 3, and 4.
You know, Vito's nowhere near as bad as Maddox. He's had his fair share of
Nah,
scrapes,
I,
but especially
disagree.
with the lawsuit, that's insane. He that costed Dick like hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it costed Asterios his job. I don't think Vito's done anything that bad.
I well, I mean, still, I just feel like we're on Maddox number 4 with that, even though it dicked Asterios down, unfortunately. But still, Jesus Christ.
I just don't like. I've reached. It's like I get it, but it's so unfortunate. Like I just wish Dick would care about biggest problem in the universe again. Just let it have. Just give him a chance. Who cares? We all like. It fucking shatters my heart hearing them talk about it. Now Dick has a plan for what he's going to do with the remaining Vito's booty items. And I'm like, no, don't shatter my fantasy that it might come back someday. No, please. I need this. I need to think that Vito might return to the studio someday and the show will be good again.
uh,
What's he gonna
uh,
do? Just kick him out of your house after the show. That's been my biggest thing. Like, what the fuck is he gonna do in your house? Just fucking. He walks in at showtime. He walks out when the show's. I'm sure he would agree to that. Like,
like
just fucking let him do the show.
at this point, I'm just happy when biggest problem is on, and I don't really need it anymore. Like him getting in the house, like no, like there's like Dick aired out like about a dozen reasons why he's just tired of Vito, and but I think there's a little bit more. I think he made his fucking wife weird. Like he weirded out his wife, and he has a kid now and all that. So I mean, at this point, I would kind of rather biggest problem just like end than it go on, man. Because sometimes I don't know, the good times are really really good, and the fucking crash has been super super hard, and it's been hard to stomach, and it's
I
a
think the
bummer,
show
man.
has remained good, pretty
No,
much.
it's good, but it's not nearly half as good as it used to be. I mean, like Vito's booty was great and all that stuff, and I don't know. And then Dick has quote unquote tinnitus, where he can't
Oh,
handle
you're one of the
anyone.
fucking enlightened. He's faking his tinnitus, guys.
I don't think it's nearly as bad as it was, but I don't know. Like, I mean, it's
I mean, he
fine. You know,
hasn't
it's
talked
fine. It's
about his
fine. It's fine.
tinnitus in a long time. I don't think he
Yeah,
really that's like a big problem anymore.
yeah. I hope not.
But I think it
But
was real at the time.
I ain't thinking that he's like faking it or anything. But I do want to fucking talk about one thing Vito related. This is so fucking
Oh,
funny.
oh, we're about to talk
John
about super killers.
Yeah, Johnny
Yeah.
Rockets and fucking Ray Ray is happy and fucking ASE Riley. They released Super Killers. And it's got fucking Vito's fucking glasses and his face faded in the background. And it's basically they're just like continuing Super Killer themselves. And it seems to be chugging along so much faster than the original Super Killer. And I find that fucking hysterical.
Have you heard the terms for the Vito's booty bounty?
Yes, yeah, yeah. Whoever gets
Whoever
their
gets
Super
the
Killer
comic
out,
shipped
comic out,
first.
yeah, yeah. And I really, really, really resent fucking Vito for pulling some very how should I put this very precious metals way of some bullshit with his fucking comic, because when we bought, it was like, hey, you'll get the digital and physical copy. Didn't say anything. I thought, because he didn't say anything, I thought that we were paying for shipping like in the fucking pledge, in the Indiegogo pledge.
Yeah,
Because
that
what's the
seems
fucking
weird that it's
$36?
not.
Yeah, what was the 35 fucking did I really pay just $35 for a fucking comic? Like, did you really rip off fucking Eric July? And that really fucking angered me, man. And he wants 20 extra dollars. I'm not paying for that. And I'm going to be even more honest, you know. I only downloaded Super Killer, my digital copy, just so I can say I fucking have what the fuck I bought. And I'm not reading it. I don't give a shit
I
about it.
read it. I liked it. I thought Super Killer was good. I don't think
Eh,
I think it should have been finished years ago, but I thought it was good.
I mean, dude, I think, and I'm trying to talk to people about getting Taco Man and Chalupa Boy, or what do we was it Chalupa Kid or Chalupa Boy that we
It
agreed
was.
on?
I remember you wanted to do Chalupa Kid, and I thought Chalupa Boy was better, and I don't remember who convinced who of what.
Well, like someone said that the Chalupa Kid was like weird and like gave them the ick. And I kind of discounted that immediately because I'm not thinking of fucking children. I'm thinking of like Billy the Kid or Kid Notorious or Kid Dynamite. Kid is a name, you know? But I think, well, because you can't be like Taco
Also you
Man
can
and
have a
Chalupa
kid
Man.
in your Robin was like 12.
Yeah,
What are you
yeah,
fucking
that's like one of the most iconic fucking yeah. Batman and Robin's like what the first fucking iconic comic book duo. I'm sure someone will like correct me and actually me on this, but right now as it stands, I think the very first iconic comic book duo was Batman and Robin.
Who was the
Kid
first
Flash.
sidekick
Oh, there's probably
in
like a million
comics?
sidekicks, but they probably all like you
Robin.
know.
Robin, apparently. There you go. He is the first sidekick.
Hmm, I didn't know that. I thought there were like a billion sidekicks, but those the first ones that stuck.
Yeah, no. I mean, Batman was one of the first like superhero guys, so makes sense.
Uh, yeah, but it's super sick that uh Super Killers is coming out and like let's fucking do this shit, man. Like that's fucking so awesome that that's really happening.
I'm
I
excited
find
for
that so
Super Killers.
yeah, dude. I might actually buy that comic and be enthusiastic about it.
The thing is, like, I like Vito. I like Super Killer. I probably will back Super Killer too, but I'm also gonna back Super Killers. It's a great. Seems like a great story.
Honestly, if I like the episode of Super Killer or the the issue of Super Killers, I'll just fucking like throw all my weight and I have considerable amount of that behind Super Killers because that thing seems and I love how it's superkillers.org too. That's fucking hysterical. Like that
The same
18-minute
website,
video.
one letter off. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
great.
I love the fucking Dick Show clip where it's just fucking Dick cackling and fucking almost dying laughing as like what's his name fucking talks about all the super killers. Now it's the exact same fucking like everything. Just like, all right, you know what? We're going to continue it because it's like years late, you know.
Yeah, man, he really fucked that one up. It's unfortunate.
Hmm. Not to change the subject too much, but did you know it took humanity 200 years to figure out how to eat potatoes properly?
No, what?
Yeah, no, this is why because fucking early man is pants on head retarded, right? And they're like, "How me eat potato?" And they fucked up eating potatoes and for like 50, 60 years and people were getting like sick and they didn't know how to do it correctly and it was like hard as a brick and they couldn't figure it out so they just went the church at the time just went potatoes are of the devil and they decided that potatoes were bad And then someone was like, "Hey, we need to eat because winter is coming. We need to fucking grub down, right? So we're going to go ahead and start like figuring out these fucking potatoes because they're here and we need to eat them." And it really pisses me off because, it's embarrassing. Like if you if you like study or even watch YouTube videos about the history of humanity, it's kind of crazy. Like where Europe is at right now, excuse me, where Europe is at right now in terms of technology and like civilization. The Middle East was mostly the ones leading innovation, and Europeans were just eating piles of shit and literal mud, right? And dying from disease while the hardships in the Middle East and those empires weren't so fucking hard, right? And it's just kind of crazy how it all just like flipped. And now it's the European nations that are just like, rocketing off to the fucking stratosphere. And it seems like damn near the entirety of the Middle East is just shitting the fucking bed. And they were religious beforehand, so is it really religion's fault completely? But then you look at, say, Iran in the 50s, right? And you sort of notice, like, dude, these guys were on track to be beat by beat up there with Europe and up there with America.
These guys
Because
would have known how to eat potatoes a
yeah,
thousand
these
years
fucking
ago.
guys would have been retarded and thought that the fucking potato was a goddamn device sent by the devil to make you sick and die. Like, come
Maybe
on,
it is a
man, no
device
fucking
sent by
way.
maybe it is a device sent by the devil to make you sick and die. Look, it's unnatural that something you eat powers an alarm clock if you plug wires into it. Maybe that is a signal. Maybe
No,
we're all cursed to go to hell because we ate potatoes. We should
that's
have
just
known.
science. That's just science. You should be excited for that. That we have a vegetable that can power things. That's kind of awesome.
It's really weird that you could do that.
It's really
I
neat.
don't
I love
understand the
it.
science.
Yeah, it's yeah, because I just been history deep diving lately, and there's just been some real goofy shit. Like, how the fuck did it take us 200 years to eat potatoes? Why did it take us so long to figure out not refrigeration, but cold storage, right? Like, how did it take us so long to figure out like how to make ice? Because in the Middle East, back in like the Crusader days, they had ice. I mean, how come no one just like it kind of blows my mind because, and I know that I'm speaking in terms of a first world or modern day first worlder here, right? But surely, fucking surely, they could have just figured out like you could have dug a hole in the ground so at the point where the ground was starting getting a little bit cool, and you can store your fucking milk sacks there, and your milk wouldn't have just spoiled in 2 days, Like, I mean, like, cause like, modern or like a ancient man didn't have a whole lot of uses for milk, And so they just milked the fucking cow, drank what they could, used what they could, and the rest of it just fucking spoiled, right? It's just it's fucking mind blowing that it took so long for humanity to figure some stuff out. Like because I mean this isn't even like a case of technology. This is why didn't you dig deep into the dirt until it was at the cool point? And why didn't you store like your grains and junk like that? Why didn't you do that? It blows my fucking mind. It's also nuts, like, a lot of food that you enjoy today fucking killed so many people. Like, some of your favorite foods have a fucking kill count, right? Like
A lot of
oh,
them do, I'm sure.
and here's another one that fucking blows my mind. How come it took us so long to figure out that the plates that we were eating off of was slowly poisoning us, and we were poisoning ourselves for like hundreds and hundreds of years off of just the plates that way, because I think they were lead lined or whatever, because we just discovered lead, and they're like, well, metal plates lined with lead, that's the next thing since sliced best thing since sliced bread, you know? But no, like kings died, and kings and queens and royalty and nobility fucking straight up died because they're just eating off like the wrong kind of plates. And no one just thought to like no one ever thought to themselves like maybe 100 years in, hey, Aunt Royalty just fucking died, and she's been eating off this plate, and the other five guys, they were dying, and they ate off these same plates. Can I have a wooden bowl or something, please? Like why didn't like I don't know, man. Like I read history, and it's fucking mind-boggling how slow progress really really was for a lot of things until some dude just came in and just went, "Oh, because I read a book and because I know how to fucking read, I figured out, hey, if we just do this, this won't happen." Oh, really?
Oh.
Oh, so,
Oh.
like my mom and dad could have lived, till the ripe old age of 50, and I could still be around them right now. Oh, okay. All right. Cool. It's just, I don't know, man. It kept me up a couple of nights when I was really deep diving into history.
I can get into some historical rabbit holes sometimes, but never good ones.
Oh,
I need to
well,
get
like
these
what?
I need to find good history channels.
Oh, I've got a million great history channels for you.
Okay, yeah, you'll have to send me your Rex.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Fucking DJ Peach Cobbler, the fucking that Roman guy. Fucking oh god, let me bust out a playlist here cuz I'm sure I still have a couple of them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like Roman history's fun, but I'm not super duper into I don't want to suck Rome's cock because Rome, while fun, is sort of also like a case study of what not to do and how not to run your fucking empire. Because like there's so many easy things that you figured that the Romans would have figured out. Hey, maybe we shouldn't do this stupid fucking thing. Maybe this is dumb, you know? But no, they're like, "Pfft, I'm Roman, and that is heresy. Off with your head. I know what I'm doing." And just,
That's
jeez, man.
incorrect, and also it's heresy.
Yeah, also heresy. Die.
We take
You
away
know,
all your points, and we burn you at the stake. Darn.
darn. That's one
That
that's one of my favorite fucking little clips from, dinosaurs.
has to I can't imagine there's a better joke in Dinosaur. That's gotta be in, like, the top 10 jokes in sitcoms. That clip is
Oh,
so funny.
and another one goes to Jim Henson where, when they're doing their little newscaster bit, the newscaster goes, "We'd like to congratulate drugs for winning the war on drugs." And then they just fucking hard cut to something else. It's fucking great.
That's pretty good.
Uh-huh. Yeah, like,
I think I experienced one of my favorite hard cuts in history recently.
what
I
was it?
watched an old classic comedy film, The Blues Brothers. I don't know
Oh, that's fucking
if you're
fantastic.
familiar. It was
One
a
of my
great film.
one of my favorite fucking top 10 comedy movies of all time.
And I think one of my favorite hard cuts in history is at the very end of the movie when they go to the tax office. They're being pursued by like every cop in Chicago and also the military. And They go in, they very casually pay this tax bill as the police and the soldiers make their way to them. And then right as they finish paying, they turn around and there's like 800 guns pointed right at their face. And then it just
Yeah.
hard cuts to them performing Jailhouse Rock at the prison. That was great. I loved that.
uh, one of my favorite scenes. What was I just thinking about? Fuck, man, I had it on the tip of my tongue. Um, oh, I think it was like Cheech and Chong's Nice Dreams or something. It was one of the ones where they're just walking around town and Cheech is going to go see his fucking girlfriend who's or the chick he's banging at the DMV. And so like of course they fucking meet up and those two they get it on. And Chong is just in the waiting room, right? In the unemployment line. Or no, he's in the unemployment office, just chilling out, waiting for Cheech to finish getting his nut. And he's talking to a couple of guys, and there's just a guy who's just laughing his ass off, just this old man just laughing. And there's not a joke or anything. He's just fucking laughing. And Chong's just fucking smiling, fucking grinning ear to ear. Because I think half of this was improv. And right before Cheech comes out, the guy goes, "You want some Coke?" And opens up his Coke and then goes, he just snorts the fucking and fucking Chong just starts bust out laughing, man. That was so fucking funny.
Yeah,
That's another good movie, by the way.
I've never seen any Cheech and Chong.
Oh, dude, at least go see Up in Smoke. That's like you're a pothead, so that's sort of like your history there. That's like a part
Perhaps.
of your culture.
I don't know. The
So,
the only stoner media I need is the TED TV show.
well, no, you need Cheech and Chong too, man. Like it's totally fucking worth it. You'll like it. It's funny. At least see Up in Smoke just to say you saw Up in Smoke.
Perhaps.
uh okay. All right. Let's see. Riley, would you like to regale us with the story of your life recently?
Ah, come on, I already told you about how I almost died in the cold open. You want me to think about another story from my life?
I just figured that there was something else.
Do you think
You
I
know,
do
like
things? That very rarely do I do things.
I don't know, like have you wanted to kill anyone at your job yet?
Well, I mean, considering I work from home, not really.
Oh,
Not a lot of people
oh,
to
okay.
want to kill.
Oh, all right. I forgot that you do work from the home.
I'm living the work from home life. Today I flubbed today. I'm such a fucking I have no self-control. I have zero fucking self-control, okay? There was like nobody fucking calling today cuz it was Easter. And I very easily could have just stayed on the clock, fucking watched podcasts on my iPad and collected a full day's paycheck for taking like 7 calls total. But the fucking call went out for people to be able to log off early, and I just can't fucking resist. I just can't fucking resist being like, man,
Eh,
I could do almost nothing for full time fucking paycheck, or I could do actually nothing for no money. And I went with actually nothing for no
well,
money.
all right. Well, let me ask you this: did you go out and do anything after you called out or after you left?
Not really, no.
Oh, okay. This is when you didn't have your like weird episode attack thing
No, no, that
at
was
Cheese and
yesterday.
Charlie
That was
Steaks.
yesterday.
Oh, okay. You know what? I think I don't hate what you did. I think it's fine.
Just all I had to do was sit
Like
there
I
and take a call
understand.
every once in a while, and I would have gotten so much more money. I'm such a fucking and instead I fucking logged off so that I could, I don't know, watch a fucking episode of The Rookie. What did I even do? I watched an episode of The Rookie. I had the first episode of The Rookie. I started The Rookie. I have to watch 10 episodes of it by Friday. and it's a 40-minute show, so that's hard. I don't even remember what the fuck else I did with fucking 5 hours of time besides that one episode of television I watched.
Well, you probably like stoner scrolled on fucking YouTube or something,
That's probably exactly what happened, yes.
which is fine. You know what? Here's all right. Here's an extension. Here's another addition to you get the death penalty for this. You know what? This is like sometimes like when we're just like chatting and chilling, like I'll go on fucking Twitter looking for something, right? And I'll just like happen upon like a little video or just like some goofy little like picture or some meme, and then I'll start the convo, right? People who like all right, there's a trainer who's just chilling with her orcas right now, just like having fun with the orcas because there's some downtime, and everyone's like, "Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I love that. Cutesy wootsy wootsy. The
Hell
fairies,
yeah.
pixies, and unicorns." And then there's this fucking buzzkill. Actually, the orcas see her with sonar. You know what? If you actually somebody when no one asks for it, you get the fucking death penalty. I think you should get that.
I thought this was gonna be like an animal rights thing. It was just they were calling her on her whale facts.
Oh no no no! She's just playing like stupid peekaboo with the orcas.
Yeah, she's playing
Just having
peekaboo with the
fun.
whales, and then yeah, they're just saying, but yeah, but I what I assumed you were gonna complain about, which this does, I'm sure this happens in every comment section, and probably for good reason, but also just like whatever. You don't have to be annoying about it. Like, I'm sure every clip of like orcas at like aquariums and at SeaWorld and shit has at least one comment that's like, "Don't you know these whales are suffering?" And it's like, yeah, but what the fuck are we gonna do about it? You know, I just want to see the cute whales. You can't release those motherfuckers. They don't know how to live.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Unfortunately, there's nothing you can really do about it.
We've already done what can be done. Like SeaWorld's not allowed to breed whales anymore, but those whales are too retarded to go out into the ocean. Unfortunately, it's not their fault that they were fucking breeded to live in a bathtub, but now they just don't have the necessary knowledge to live in the ocean. So SeaWorld has to fucking has to use them to make enough money to take care of them until they die.
Yeah, and we also need to like go ahead and just forget that anyone who's done like any of the instances or anything uh are ever going to pay for their crimes cuz you'll never see you'll never see like people who are breeding whales in captivity. You'll never see them actually ever get what's coming to them. Like you will never probably ever see anyone from the Epstein files get what's coming to them. I think we live in a post accountability world where some can just do whatever they like, and it'll never ever be like you will we'll never ever see anyone like just get what they fucking deserve. Maybe
I
every
do
once in
I, I
a while,
do
but
wonder
not
though,
that.
perhaps SeaWorld needs to be kicked in the pants because I feel like I'm pretty sure they still have a few whales left that were like captured. And like whales are pretty smart. I feel like they like remember their instincts. I feel like the ones who were captured could probably go back to the ocean. Right? Like maybe I'll have to talk to some sort of marine biologist about this, but it seems like those ones you could probably let go.
Hmm.
I get that's an interesting question about like whales and their intelligence. Is like would they still have their instincts if they lived in the ocean for like the first couple years of their life, but then they spent like 45 years in captivity. I wonder if they could pick it back up.
Well, like I don't know, man. That seems to be like a hard, probably not, because there's a lot of other case studies where animals that were in captivity, like monkeys and simians, primates, they can't go back out into the jungle because some of the monkeys and stuff, they'll probably beat the fucking shit out of them and kill them because they don't understand the pecking order, and they'll just get fucking wasted and just fucking get killed. So it's kind of cruel to like go, hey, you know how you've lived here your entire life and how you've like grown so adapted, so you adapted and grown so accustomed to this way of life, and your little monkey brain really would be all like, it would suck if they just like, how like there's air conditioning and how there's like great pairs of tits just like, all in my face all the time, and I'm a goddamn monkey. So, like, if I'm just staring at their tits, they're like, "Oh, he's so cute. He knows what he wants." Wouldn't it just suck if that was just all ripped away from me, and all I
That's
got to see was
fair.
just monkey balls
And I
fucking
mean
everywhere?
they've done this with orcas already. They freed Willy and it went horribly. Do you know about this?
Yeah, didn't he die
Yeah, the
after
whale
he
who
jumped in
played
the
Free
movie?
Willy, they released him into the wild. They had like a whole project where they released him into the wild. And then like he just kind of didn't really adapt. He was just kind of like swimming around all like lonely and sad. He would just hang out with the humans who came to check at on him all the time, and that was the only time he was happy because he was just used to hanging out with humans. And then he just like up and died one day,
Did he?
pretty not too far into his life of freedom.
How did he die?
How did he die?
Yeah, because like that movie sucked.
Free
Free
Willy?
Willy fucking sucked. I'm sorry, like it's just like it's one of those garbage ass fucking movies that just never needed to fucking happen. I'm sorry. And I know for some people that was like their first big emotional moment. Well, I'm like, oh god, please get this fucking crap away from me.
Yeah, so okay, so yeah, this is exactly the kind of situation that I described. So yeah, we know it wouldn't work because he was captured in 1979 at 2 years old, and then they let him out in, let's see, I'm trying to figure out the exact timeline on this. So they started preparing him to go into the wild in 1998, but when did they release him? He was fully freed on July 15th, 2002. Uh, he was not able to integrate with a pod. He had some problems. He just wanted to hang out with humans all the time. He was just looking for humans to chill with. And then he died of pneumonia in December of 2003.
How the fuck does a whale die of pneumonia?
Whales can get pneumonia. I don't
Really?
know. I don't know how it works, but I know it's true. I know there have been whales at SeaWorld who have died of pneumonia.
Dude, that's fucking tragic. I didn't know that fucking well. Like, I was just like sitting here kind of absorbing that. Uh,
At least he didn't get
but
chopped up like that one whale. There was this cool ass orca whale who was like famous because he would just hang out with humans. He was never in captivity. He was just like a wild orca whale, but like he would come and hang out, and the people knew him, and they were homies with this whale. But then he just got like chopped up by a boat rudder one day. It's tragic. That's one of the rabbit holes I fell into for a long time. I was in and out of was the orca whales in captivity. I think orca whales are my favorite animal because they're just so cool and they're chill in the wild. They're chill as fuck. They're playful. They're cute. They're also like murder monsters. They eat sharks' livers for fun. Orcas are awesome.
oh
Uh,
yeah.
so I became fascinated by fucking captive orcas, and this is one of the saddest things that ever happened to me. Where I became just as I was getting it, just as I was falling into this rabbit hole. I think this is why I fell into the rabbit hole. Actually, this was like the last captive. This is before I quite understood how horrific breeding whales in captivity was. And this was also like the last whale to be bred in captivity in SeaWorld, I believe. And it was this female whale. They were calling him like calling her like Shamu's great great granddaughter, even though she wasn't really. It was a marketing thing. But this whale was born, and it was this cute little baby whale. And I like I kind of watched it grow up over the years as I fell back into the orca rabbit hole. And apparently it was like the coolest whale there. It was very playful. And then one day it just died of some sort of sudden illness. And it was tragic. I never got to go see it at SeaWorld.
Dude,
It died at like 3.
you know what's really
Tragic.
tragic, and I always wanted to I wanted to go see like the fucking Bobo the fucking ape or whatever it was, the one that had the fucking cat. Like I was like, dude, that'll be like really cool to go see him when I grow up. And like by the time I read the story, like when I was an adult, I did some research on it. And like, yeah, that fucking that ape died like after that story was released. I like Jesus Christ. I mean, come on, man. That was like an ape. I was like one of God's strongest fucking animals, you know?
Yeah, it happens though.
But yeah, okay. Well, I believe I have said everything that I can say. You have anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think that's it.
Good. Now I can put clothes back on. All right.
Yeah.
Riley, where can they find you?
I'm glad you had to get naked for the mocast.
Yes, naked moocast, naked moocast. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not naked. Or am
link
I?
tr linktr.ee/Riely Cinematic Universe. That's RIELY Cinematic Universe. Also, check out Is It Fresh, new live media review podcast every Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Me and Freshy Fresh reviewing movies and TV shows and all sorts of stuff. We just reviewed the Minecraft movie. We just reviewed Scream. We're going to review The Rookie coming up, the first 10 episodes of The Rookie. We got all sorts of stuff going on over there. Check it out. New show.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
There you go.
All right.
At Is It Fresh Live on YouTube. Watch it live, 2 p.m. Eastern on Fridays, you motherfuckers.
Fun, fun. All right. And I guess you can find me at twitter.com/MSG official YT. MSG official YT. That's Moside Gaming on Twitter. Uh, Moside Gaming everywhere else where podcasts are made. You know, I'm there, chill, just chilling. Yeah, w.gg, use promo code BODIGGITY, save 10% off your total purchase. And yeah, thanks for coming out. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, ta-ta.
Bye. Fuck, where's the button? Oh no, trapped.
No!